Illusion or reality? Our idea of the monster keeps changing with the times. In classic Hollywood, two kinds of monsters ruled the screen. First, the sacred ones, the stars, beautiful, magnetic, untouchable. Then came the others, the creatures that stirred our pity and our dread. Monsters wore every shape imaginable, men and women, giants and runts, bats and birds, apes and reptiles, and things without a name. But the nightmares didn't start in California. They flickered to life in Europe. Georges Méliès turned magic lantern tricks into cinema spells. Ghosts, devils, exploding heads, all with a wink and a flourish. Then Germany painted the shadows darker. Expressionism bent walls and crooked streets so the psyche itself could cast a silhouette. The cabinet of Dr. Caligari taught us the mind can be a funhouse mirror. Nosferatu gave us a vampire so lean and feral, he felt like a plague in human form. When those ideas crossed the Atlantic, Hollywood learned how to make fear glamorous. At Universal, a young studio chief named Carl Laemmle Jr. made a bet. Terror could be prestige. He wasn't wrong. Dracula sank its teeth into 1931. Bela Lugosi gliding through moonlight like desire in a cape.
I am Dracula.
Here's Bela Lugosi, always the prankster, pretending to hear voices from beyond, just to startle the young reporter. A little Hollywood mischief at its best.
What I mean, I'm Hungarian by birth. I'm an American now.
Well, speaking of romance, do you ever go to any Hollywood parties?
No, life is too short for that. I wouldn't waste my time. There are so many interesting and wonderful things in the world that a man could achieve and experience. Besides, I don't even know how to play that, what do you call it, ukulele.
Oh, but you have so many friends, Mr. Lugosi.
Well, I guess I'm pretty much of a lone wolf. I don't say I don't like people at all, but to tell you the truth, I only like them if I have a chance to look deep into their heart and their mind. If I find there something worthwhile, some human kindness, some sympathy.
Mr. Lugosi, are you interested in...
Pardon me. I'm coming.
Why, I didn't hear anyone calling.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I understand.
The same year, James Whale stitched together a miracle with Frankenstein. Boris Karloff, bolts in the neck, arms outstretched, a newborn in a monster's body. Horror found its most dangerous weapon, sympathy. We didn't just fear the creature, we felt for him. Universal doubled down. In 1932, The Mummy wrapped us in a different kind of dread. Slow, hypnotic, almost romantic. Karloff again, but now as Imhotep, moving like a curse awakened, whispering across centuries to reclaim a lost love. One look in those heavy-lidded eyes and you understood. This wasn't a ghoul. This was grief in bandages. Then in 1933, James Whale turned terror invisible and let the voice do the haunting. The Invisible Man gave Claude Rains a madman you barely see but can't stop hearing. silk-smooth arrogance curdling into gleeful cruelty, while groundbreaking effects sent footprints across the snow and chaos through the village. By then, Universal didn't just make horror, they defined its grammar. Whale kept twisting the knife. The old dark house was a thunderstorm of cracked laughter and decaying aristocrats, terror with a crooked grin. And when he came back with The Bride of Frankenstein in 1935, he turned the genre into tragic opera. Camp, wit, and heartbreak braided together, the monster yearning for companionship and finding only a scream. Elsewhere, the Pre-Code edge sharpened the blade. At Paramount, Island of Lost Souls in 1933 asked a jungle of forbidden questions. Are we not men? The House of Pain, the Whip, the Panther Woman. This was taboo stripped of its fig leaf. Universal chased other sins of science too. Murders in the Rue Morgue let Lugosi play God with a lab full of gas-lit horrors, and Mad Love handed Peter Lorre a lover's obsession that turned hands into weapons. Warner Brothers added a splash of sickly color. Dr. X in Mystery of the Wax Museum shimmering in two-tone Technicolor, where flesh looked unreal and fear looked oddly alive. RKO took a different road, up a mountain none of us had seen before. In 1933, King Kong smashed through the gate, stop-motion fever and fairy tale pathos in a single roar. Beauty and the Beast, yes, but also empire and appetite, spectacle and sorrow. Right next door, almost literally, the same team was shooting a human monster. The most dangerous game. Shipwrecked souls hunted for sport on Count Zaroff's island. No mask, no makeup, just a gentleman with murder for a hobby. Then came the films that pushed even pre-code nerves. Freaks in 1932 was a dare. A sideshow family wronged, banding together in the rain to set the balance right. One of us, they chant, not a threat so much as a verdict. Audiences flinched, censors choked. The movie survived like a whispered rumor that never stops echoing. And in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Ruben Mamoulian let transformation feel liquid and sinful. Frederick March didn't just split in two. He slid from charm to brute hunger, while Miriam Hopkins made temptation look like a promise no saint could keep. Even the odd corners had teeth. The Black Cat let Karloff and Lugosi duel amid Art Deco Satanism, chic, perverse, and very pre-code. The Raven gave vengeance an operating table. The invisible ray fired cosmic poison through a gentleman's hands. The Walking Dead dragged Boris Karloff back from the chair with a stare you don't forget. Everywhere you looked, Madness wore a tuxedo, and Damnation had good lighting.
I am Count Zaroff. My name's Robert Rainsford. Glad to meet you. Very glad.
Oh, yeah. Ivan is a Cossack. I'm afraid, like all my fellow countrymen, he is a bit of a savage. Smile, Ivan. Ulitnis!
Why did these monsters hit so hard? Because the early 30s were already haunted. Prohibition had turned cities into speakeasy mazes. The Great Depression made every day feel a little stolen from fate. Radio piped headlines and ghost stories into every living room. Fear and fascination were part of the same nightly program. Horror didn't invent the mood. It collected it, distilled it, and projected it 10 feet tall. And then the clampdown. By mid-1934, the code got teeth and the knives got duller. The shocks didn't vanish, but the bite marks faded. Even so, pre-code horror had already written the rules in wet cement. Make the shadows beautiful, make the monsters human, and make the audience lean in even as they want to look away. That's the secret, see? The best of these pictures weren't just about things that go bump in the night. They were about us, our hungers, our regrets, our thrill at being scared in a safe seat. From Lugosi's Velvet Menace to Karloff's Broken Innocence, from invisible laughter to stop-motion heartbreak, the pre-code years gave terror a face, a voice, and, God help us, a soul. Stick around with Classic Cool, because we're not done prowling those moonlit corridors. If you're having a good time in the dark, hit subscribe. It's free, and there are plenty more shadows where these came from. Now, dim the lights. Let the past do its haunting.
Shoo-be-doo-wah-wah-doo-wah-doo-wah, shoo-be-doo-wah-wah. Monsters in the moonlight. Dracula's eyes, a whisper so near. So near. Frankenstein's shadow, trembling with fear. A mummy's curse, the night takes flight. Take flight. Haunted by dreams till the morning light. Oh, monsters in the moonlight, swinging in the gloom tonight. Ghosts and ghouls in sweet delight. It's the monsters in the moonlight. Shoo-be-doo-wah-wah, shoo-be-doo-wah-wah, doo-wah-doo-wah. The black cat cries, a raven takes wing. Take wing. Mad love and shadows, a strange haunting sting. Sting, sting. Invisible footsteps across the floor. The horror you feel just asks for more. Give more. Shoo-ah-doo-ah, shoo-ah-doo-ah. Dancing devils under the moon. Shoo-ah-doo-ah, shoo-ah-doo-ah. The monsters invite you in soon. Monsters in the moonlight, swinging in the gloom tonight. Ghosts and ghouls in sweet delight. It's the monsters in the moonlight. It's the monsters in the